If Alice in Borderland kept you on the edge of your seat, then get ready because I've got 10 shows that deliver the same thrill, suspense, and jaw-dropping twists. From deadly survival games to psychological mind-benders, these series will hook you from the very first episode. Trust me, you won't be able to stop watching. Let's dive into the top 10 shows like Alice in Borderland. Starting things off at number 10, it's The Purge.
It's Purge night. Anything goes.
Set in near-future America, society has established a horrifying tradition. One night every year, for 12 hours, all crime including murder is completely legal. Sounds terrifying, right? The show dives deep into different characters' lives as they struggle to survive this brutal night of chaos. Unlike the movies, the series takes its time to explore the psychological side, how normal people are pushed to their limits when rules vanish. If you enjoyed the brutal survival atmosphere of Alice in Borderland, you'll love how The Purge balances suspense, action, and moral dilemmas. Every episode leaves you questioning, what would you do if there were no laws for one night? At number 9, it's Panic, Prime Video's high-stakes survival thriller.
Once upon a time, there was a town made of lies.
Set in a sleepy, forgotten town, Panic follows a group of graduating high school seniors who participate in a series of dangerous and illegal games with a huge cash prize. The stakes are incredibly high, as the games are designed to push players to their physical and mental limits, often resulting in serious injury or even death. Sound familiar? But here's the catch. The challenges aren't just physical. They test your fear, your courage, and even your morals. Not everyone makes it out alive. If Alice in Borderland thrilled you with its deadly games and survival strategies, Panic offers a grounded version of the same thrill. It's all about what risks people are willing to take when their future and sometimes their lives are on the line. There's a mystery woven throughout. Who is running these games? What are their true motives? And how far will these kids go to win? If you loved the psychological manipulation and the strategic gameplay of Alice in Borderland, then the 8th show is definitely going to be your next obsession. This social satire follows 8 strangers all struggling with financial problems who are invited to participate in a bizarre reality show set inside a mysterious multi-level building. Each floor represents a new level of wealth and privilege. The higher you climb, the more luxurious life becomes, and the more money you earn per minute. But of course, it's never that easy. To move up, players must face difficult challenges, form alliances, and sometimes betray each other just to survive. The narrative is sharp, unpredictable, and every episode leaves you wondering what's the next twist. If you're into smart, edge-of-your-seat storytelling, the 8th show is one series you can't afford to miss. If you're a fan of dystopian thrillers, then number 7 on our list, 3%, is the perfect pick for you. Set in a bleak future, society is split into 2 worlds, the impoverished inland and the utopian offshore. Every year, 20-year-olds from the inland get a single shot to escape poverty through something known as the process. But here's the catch, only 3% of them make it. The rest, eliminated. And the process isn't just tough, it's brutal. A series of physical and psychological tests designed to crush the weak, the uncooperative, and anyone deemed unworthy. This show shares a lot of DNA with Alice in Borderland. The elimination games, the constant pressure, the moral compromises, and that desperate hunger for a better life, it's all here. And the best part? Each episode cranks up the stakes with new twists, shocking secrets, and brutal challenges that keep you hooked till the very end. Coming in at number 6 is one of Netflix's most terrifying Korean dramas, Sweet Home. After a tragic loss, a reclusive teenager moves into a rundown apartment complex, but soon residents start turning into horrifying monsters, each one reflecting their inner desires and fears. The building turns into a battleground where survival means facing not only the monsters outside, but also the darkness within yourself. Unlike Alice in Borderland's game-based survival, Sweet Home dives straight into supernatural horror. Yet, the similarities are undeniable. The unpredictability, the desperate fight to survive, and the way ordinary people reveal their true selves under life or death pressure. If you're looking for a mix of horror, action, and emotional storytelling, Sweet Home is one show you simply can't miss. At number 5, we have The Peripheral, a mind-bending sci-fi thriller from the creators of Westworld.
Get down!
This series follows Flynn Fisher, a young woman who stumbles upon a mysterious VR headset. But this isn't your everyday video game. It transports her straight into a futuristic London, where she's pulled into a deadly conspiracy, one that could change the fate of humanity itself. What makes this show connect with Alice in Borderland is that constant sense of disorientation, the blurred lines between reality and simulation, and the insanely high stakes, where failure doesn't just mean game over, it means death. You've got puzzles, shadowy organizations, and characters struggling to understand the rules of a game they never even realized they were playing. So if you loved that what's real and what's not vibe in Alice in Borderland, the Peripheral delivers that same brain-twisting thrill. At number 4, we've got Physical 100, a high-octane reality competition straight out of South Korea. Here, 100 contestants from athletes and bodybuilders to soldiers and MMA fighters go head-to-head in extreme challenges to prove who truly has the ultimate body. Every task is uniquely designed, giving you serious gladiator-style vibes. And the sets? They look like something ripped right out of Alice in Borderland, minus the life-or-death stakes. But don't be fooled. The intensity, the strategy, and the rivalries between players bring the same nail-biting energy. Watching people push their physical limits in insane challenges feels like a real-life survival game. Now, this one is a must-watch for fans of Alice in Borderland. Liar Game, a Japanese drama based on the famous manga. The story centers on a naive girl who gets caught up in a mysterious competition where contestants must outwit each other in high-stakes games involving money and deception. She soon teams up with a genius con artist to survive the rounds, but betrayal is everywhere. In the Liar Game, it's not about strength or speed, it's about who can manipulate, deceive, and trust the least. This show is arguably the closest you'll get to the pure game aspect of Alice in Borderland without the constant physical threat. It's about intellectual survival, figuring out the hidden rules, and outwitting your opponents. If you love the hearts and spades games in Borderland that really challenged Arisu's mind, Liar Game will be your new addiction. Coming in hot at number 2, another absolute phenomenon from South Korea, All of Us Are Dead. If you thought Borderland was intense, just wait. Set almost entirely within a high school, All of Us Are Dead unleashes a brutal zombie apocalypse, trapping a group of students who must fight for their survival against hordes of the undead and each other. Like Alice in Borderland, it's not a structured game, but it's a desperate, immediate, and utterly terrifying survival scenario. The stakes couldn't be higher, as every decision, every mistake could mean becoming one of the infected. This show combines emotional storytelling with edge-of-your-seat action. Much like Alice in Borderland, it explores how ordinary people transform under extreme circumstances. If you loved the high-tension and teamwork dynamics of Alice in Borderland, this series is an absolute must-watch. And finally, sitting on the throne at number 1, no surprises here, it's the global phenomenon, Squid Game. If you binged Alice in Borderland for the high-stakes games and intense moral dilemmas, then Squid Game is your ultimate obsession. It takes a simple, chilling premise. Hundreds of desperate people playing deadly children's games for a massive cash prize. The only rule? Losing means death. Both shows excel at making you question what you would do in such extreme circumstances. The simple yet deadly nature of the games, the emotional investment you develop in the characters, and the relentless suspense makes Squid Game an unforgettable experience that any Alice in Borderland fan will absolutely devour. If Alice in Borderland is thrilling, Squid Game is the boss level. It's brutal, it's emotional, and it's absolutely unforgettable. And there you have 10 amazing shows like Alice in Borderland that you should absolutely check out. Which one are you planning to watch first? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more recommendations, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and happy binge watching.